Harry may have just stepped into a legal nightmare. And we're not talking about petty drama or media spin. We're talking about a serious, possibly criminal, situation that's been dragged into the light by none other than legal analyst Elie Mystal. And she's not mincing words. She says Harry came to her for legal advice. Not royal protocol. Not media management. Legal advice. On a past incident that, if it ever sees daylight, could put him behind bars. Let that sink in. A prince. Jail. Let's stop pretending this is just tabloid noise. This is real. But let's talk about the deeper issue. Why now? Why this? Why Mystal? Why not a team of high-powered attorneys? Because Harry's desperate. That's the only logical conclusion. Desperate to bury something. Desperate to protect not just himself, but Meghan. Now, I know some people won't like where this is going. But we need to ask the hard questions. What kind of influence are we looking at here? Meghan, the so-called progressive powerhouse, has become a lightning rod for controversy. And this? This latest twist just adds fuel to the inferno. Let's call it what it is. Manipulation. Control. Reputation management at its most aggressive. The Harry we see today is not the Harry we knew. He's a man who cut off his family, torched his legacy, and now, we find out, may be hiding a ticking time bomb under his royal robe. And don't give me the he's just trying to protect his privacy spiel. Privacy doesn't involve digging for legal escape routes with journalists. Privacy doesn't mean hiding behind someone else's shadow while preaching about honesty and mental health. It's hypocrisy, plain and simple. This narrative they've built? It's a house of cards. And Mystal just pulled the bottom one. Are we seriously supposed to believe Harry just casually asked a legal analyst about a sensitive issue that could land him in jail, and there's nothing to worry about? Come on. No one makes that kind of move unless they're cornered. Unless the past is clawing at the door. And get this, Mystal didn't just hint at trouble. She made it crystal clear, this is criminal territory. Not moral failings. Not PR disasters. Criminal. That's a game changer. Meghan's defenders will scream misogyny. They'll say it's another witch hunt. But let's break that illusion. This isn't about gender. It's about accountability. About how far two people are willing to go to protect the empire they've built. An empire that's built not on truth, but on controlling the narrative. They claim to fight for justice, for equity, for mental health. But how do you wear that crown while hiding skeletons that could bury your credibility forever? If you're going to be the face of integrity, you better come clean. You better not be whispering confessions into a legal analyst's ear hoping the world never hears it. But here's the kicker. Harry didn't go to a barrister. He didn't call in a legal firm. He approached a journalist star. Think about that. That's not just desperation, that's recklessness. And if even a sliver of Mystal's claims are true, it means Harry is tangled in something so damaging, he couldn't go through official channels. Why? Because it would leak? Or because the legal consequences are too real to risk? And Meghan, where is she in all of this? Silent. Calculated. As always. Her fingerprints are all over this strategy. Keep Harry isolated. Keep him dependent. Make him believe the world is out to get them. It's the oldest trick in the book. And it's worked. Until now. But once again, the mask is slipping. You can't talk about healing when you're hiding wounds you inflicted. You can't build a brand on vulnerability while lying through your teeth. The Sussexes have made millions selling their truth. But now the truth is biting back. And we're supposed to believe this is just a smear campaign? Let's be real. If Harry's past was clean, there'd be no need for secret consultations. No need for backdoor legal advice. No need for silence. And let's not forget, this isn't the first time red flags have popped up. From the Oprah interview to the Netflix docuseries, we've seen contradictions, half-truths, and convenient omissions. But this? This is different. This is legal exposure. This is potential jail time. So what are we looking at? Drugs? Assault? Something overseas? Something tied to his military service? Mystal hasn't said. But she didn't deny the gravity either. She said what she said, and she did it knowing the firestorm it would ignite. And that speaks volumes. Let's not kid ourselves, this isn't a one-off mistake. This is a pattern. A pattern of evasion. A pattern of manipulation. A pattern of playing victim while orchestrating the chaos. And it's not just about Harry anymore. It's about what Meghan represents. She's become the architect of this narrative. She's the strategist, the puppeteer. And Harry? He's the front man, the shield, the useful fool. And what's worse, he believes it. The tragedy is, there was a time when Harry had the public sympathy. Everyone wanted to see him happy. He left the royal family? Fine. He wanted independence? Fair enough. But now? Now it's clear he didn't just walk away. He ran, from accountability, from responsibility, from the truth. And now it's catching up. The Sussex brand is unraveling. The interviews don't hit like they used to. The sympathy is drying up. The world is watching, and they're not buying the act anymore. Because at some point, the facade always cracks. The real question isn't what Mystal said, it's what Harry and Meghan * do next star. Will they deny it? Will they attack the messenger? Or will they finally step into the light and own their mess? Don't hold your breath. If history tells us anything, it's that they'll deflect. They'll blame racism, misogyny, the British press, the monarchy, the weather, anything but themselves. But this time, it's different. Mystal isn't a royal insider or a disgruntled staffer. She's a legal mind. She's got credibility. She knows the weight of her words. And she chose to speak. That should terrify them. Because once the legal machine starts turning, it doesn't stop. And if there's even a hint of prosecutable behavior, Harry could find himself facing consequences he never thought possible. And if that happens, what does Meghan do? Does she stand by him? Or does she cut bait and spin a new narrative? Let's be honest. The Sussex fairy tale was always too slick, too rehearsed, too polished. Real life is messy. And this? This mess is finally seeping through the cracks. The real Harry is emerging. And he's not the noble prince. He's not the brave truth-teller. He's a man cornered by his own decisions, guided by a partner who saw power and took it. And now that power is slipping. So the world waits. The headlines multiply. The questions grow louder. And the silence from the Sussex camp? Deafening. But silence won't save them this time. Not from Mystal. Not from the truth. Not from the consequences. Because the story has changed. This isn't about royal drama anymore. This is about justice. About accountability. About a man who thought he could outrun his past, and the woman who helped him try.